skeleton and muscular system. Hello, everyone. Today, we are going to learn about two amazing systems, the skeleton system and the muscular system. Let's get started. The skeleton. The skeleton provides shape, strength, and protection to the body. It facilitates movement and houses bone marrow, which produces red blood cells. Bones require nutrients like calcium and phosphorus for development. The number of bones decreases from infancy to adulthood due to fusion. There are 300 to 350 bones in an infant and 206 bones in an adult human being. Now, let's talk about the skull. The skull is the boss when it comes to protecting our brain. It's made up of 8 flat bones, and the only part that can move is our lower jaw. That's why we can talk and eat. An adult skull has 28 bones, and 14 of those make up our face, protecting our eyes, nose, and tongue. And our nose isn't made of bone but cartilage, which is a tough and flexible material. Backbone. The skull is attached to the backbone called the vertebral column. It is made of 33 small bones called vertebrae. It protects the spinal cord. Next up is our rib cage. Imagine it as a cage of curved bones around our chest. It's like the bodyguard for our heart and lungs. Most of our ribs are connected to a long bone in the front called the sternum. But the last two pairs are called floating ribs because they don't attach to the sternum. When we breathe in and out, our ribs move to help our lungs expand and contract. The limbs. Did you know we have 2 pairs of limbs? Our arms are called forelimbs, and our legs are called hind limbs. Our arms are connected to our backbone by something called the shoulder girdle, which includes our collar bones and shoulder blades. And our hands and wrists have 27 bones. Our legs are attached to our lower backbone by the pelvic girdle. The biggest bone in our body, the femur, is in our upper leg. And the lower leg has 2 bones called the tibia and fibula. Together, they're known as the tibiofibula. Functions of the skeleton system. The skeleton system is super important for many reasons. It gives our body its shape and support, kind of like how a frame supports a house. It also protects our heart, lungs, and brain from getting hurt. Plus, our bones have something called bone marrow inside, where blood cells are made. And it helps us move different parts of our body. Now, let's talk about joints. A joint is where 2 bones meet. They're held together by ligaments, which are strong and flexible. Most of our joints can move, except the ones in our skull. There are 4 types of movable joints, and each type helps us move in different ways. The first type is the ball and socket joint. This joint allows us to move in lots of directions. The shoulder and hip joints are examples. It's like a ball fitting into a cup, which lets us swing and rotate our arms and legs. Next, we have the hinge joint. This type of joint only lets us move back and forth, kind of like how a door opens and closes. Our elbows, knees, fingers, and toes have hinge joints. The pivot joint lets us move our head up, down, and sideways. It's found where our skull meets the top of our spine. Then, we have the gliding joint. It's found in our wrists, ankles, and between the vertebrae in our spine. This joint lets our back bend, twist, and turn. Cartilage. Most of our joints are covered with a tough and elastic substance called cartilage. It's like a cushion that stops our bones from rubbing against each other. Even our ears and nose are made of cartilage. Now let's discuss about the muscular system. What are muscles? Our bones cannot move on their own. They need the help from the muscles and joints to move. Muscles are fleshy bundles of thin, elastic-like material in the body connected to the bones by tendons. Voluntary. This type of muscles are under our control. These muscles are present in our arms, legs, hands, feet, neck and shoulders. Voluntary muscles are also called skeleton muscles. Involuntary. These muscles are not under our control. They work on their own. Involuntary muscles are also called smooth muscles. They control breathing, flow of blood, movement of food in alimentary canal, etc. Involuntary muscles are under the control of brain and spinal cord. Cardiac. Muscles in the heart are called cardiac muscles. They are involuntary in action. The muscles of the heart work all the time throughout our lifetime. Now, let's study how muscles work. Muscles have the ability to contract and relax. When a muscle contracts, it shortens and thickens. When a muscle relaxes, it returns to its original size. The contraction and relaxation of muscles help in producing movement by pulling the bones. These movements help in walking, bending, jumping, etc. The muscles work in pairs. For example, when we bend our arm, one muscle contracts and the other relaxes. We hope that you have understood the topic. You can now study chapter notes, watch video lectures and solve MCQ tests of this chapter on Edurif to ensure you score well in your school exams. And that's not all. You also get amazing courses for maths, science, English, Hindi, and much more for class 5th. Thank you.